before we get into this interview, I want you to take out your phone. I want you to pull up that mom contact that you got in there. If you got a good relationship with them, I understand some don't, but we're going to move past that. I want you to text your mom that you love them. All right, you did that. Perfect. Now I want you guys to get ready for the absolute peak of Momcore, the best band that Momcore has to offer thus far. They are Chicago's own. They are small enough that Evanston is one of their top cities on Spotify, but that just means that you have an opportunity to get in on the ground floor. Folks, Pinksqueeze is here with us today. Pinksqueeze, how we doing today?
Woo, thanks, Ron. Wow, you hyped us up. They're like, woo! Yeah!
Good to know that number 4 is where I get the intro down. That's great. All right, so from left to right on the screen, starting with Ava, we're going to have you guys start off by just saying your name, saying what you play in the band, and what your pronouns are.
Cool. So my name's Ava. I play guitar and sing in Pinksqueeze, and my pronouns are she, her.
Yeah, I'm Logan. I play drums, and my pronouns are she, they.
My name's Anna. I play bass, and my pronouns are she, her. I'm April. I play guitar and sing, and my pronouns are she and they.
Fantastic. So real quick, I just wanted to ask about the Momcore thing. Did any of you guys come up with that, or was it attributed to you? And what do you guys think that, like, what does Momcore mean to you guys?
Yeah, great question. I feel like we don't get to like answer this enough, really, you know, but it is something that like we kind of made up.
Yeah, I don't even remember when it started, honestly.
Yeah, it started a while ago. And I think we kind of like, I remember it kind of coming from like us hearing kind of like the dad rock thing coming back.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, okay, it's like some of these bands are calling themselves dad rock, but I feel like we're probably mom rock, you know? So it's kind of like our way of like reappropriating or like repossessing like that like hyper masculine, like toxic masculine dad rock thing, you know, and calling it mom rock. But we have kind of developed a whole culture of what mom rock and momcore are, you know. So I'll let some of you guys share some of those other the pillars of mom rock and momcore.
Well, number one, we want our shows to be a safe space for moms. We love moms, and we really kind of act like moms towards our audience. We like to bring earplugs and masks and like things just to help keep everyone comfortable and safe. That feels quite mom rock to us.
I think it's fun that it's all mom rock, and I'm kind of like the dad mom of the group, so I'm really into that.
Yeah, it's all about like us care, you know, like caring for our community, caring for each other. And like you kind of said earlier, Ronnie, like not everybody has a great relationship with, you know, their mom, but we're here to try to fill that void in the music context, you know. Yeah. We like to craft our merch. It's our Momcore merch, you know, so like crocheting, crafting is like Momcore too.
Definitely like a resurgence of momcore, I feel like, in general.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's baking, crafting.
Yeah.
Soup is popular. Some real fancy shit.
I think even with like TV and stuff, you can see there being like a Momcore resurgence in just that. I feel like with every show that like Twitter's been talking about recently, all the characters are making such poor decisions that you just want to take care of them. I feel like that's Momcore more than anything.
Yeah, it's like prioritizing like good healthy choices and like our mental health.
Yeah, so basically not anything they're doing on Euphoria.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention Euphoria.
One other thing I do want to say about momcore and mom rock as well is that like one of the reasons that women and people who aren't men like haven't been included in the rock and roll world is because they're moms, and because there's not space for them to pursue that passion like with their peers. So like I think that's a really big reason of why bands like this are missing. And none of us are moms to humans.
Dog moms.
Some of us have pets. But I don't know. I feel like, you know, we get together every week for our practice, and it's really for an intention of having a fun time. It makes me feel like we're kind of like moms in a book club sometimes, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a great point. I mean, that's something that comes up in like, you know, feminist, you know, discourse and stuff all the time of like, you know, one reason why, you know, people who have babies can be oppressed. Yeah.
So, you know, we want to shout out the moms because they haven't really been able to do stuff like this.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna unplug something that's making a lot of noise. We're in our practice room and we have all these fun lights, and one of the lights is making a lot of background noise.
Is it like a
unplug
type
that.
of thing? Because it might be me. My laptop is destroyed.
It's no. We have a thing that's
Okay.
Not in here. For sure.
I'm just gonna unplug this.
No worries. Real quick while Ava's doing that. He wanted to say hi.
Who is that?
This is Quentin. He is the thing that I'm parenting.
So
He just turned 3.
Baby.
You go back to your
Cute. So cute. We love the pets.
His blanket's down there next to the heater. It's great.
Oh, so sweet. All right, the noise in here is so much better.
Yeah.
Sorry for the interruption.
No worries at all. What is the songwriting style for you guys? Who writes most of the songs, whether it's lyrics or music, if you guys split that up at all?
Yeah, so our songwriting process is pretty collaborative. So the band just started with me and April, where we would just kind of like maybe write songs on our own and then bring them to each other to like kind of build upon. And so that process kind of continued now with the addition of Logan and Anna. I was
Logana.
Rhythm section.
Yeah. Couple's name.
Wow.
Rhythm sections don't get to be their own person, and I say that as a bassist.
Yeah. So that kind of continued with them, and that's all the music that we have out that's kind of been the process. But moving forward, Logan and Anna have also been writing their own songs and like bringing them to us too. So it's a very kind of non-traditional kind of, way we do it, that we all, sing our own songs that we write and like fuck a lead singer,
Of course. I was speaking of the writing process. You guys have a new EP. You just sold your first EP. I just bought it while you guys were setting up. It's so good. It's really good.
Our secret press only Bandcamp link.
Exactly. I'm officially pressed now, Mom. Check it out.
Yeah.
But I was listening
Thank you, though.
Of course. But I was listening to it, just getting ready for here, and I was listening to your first EP that you guys also put out. And that EP, it's a lot more, like sadder, calmer, better Oblivion Community Center type beat. And then this one comes in and it's all a lot more poppy, a lot more After Laughter by Paramore type sound. Still with those like more intense lyrics, but always making sure that the mood is much more uplifting, I guess, musically than it was on the first EP. Was that a specific, was that an intention for you guys to have it be more upbeat on this EP?
I think it kind of happened naturally with adding drums and bass to the mix. But also, I don't know, we just kind of like to describe our shows as the Pinksqueeze party, so we need some stuff we can dance to, for sure.
Yeah, and kind of like that upbeat vibe was one of April and I's like original intention for the band, but one of our intentions of the bands too was to not have like cis men in the band, and so it took a while to fill the shoes of having the full rock band setup. So we also just recorded the first EP with a set of songs that we felt like we could just record, accomplish, and still have them sound really good with just the 2 guitars too. So it's kind of a that like creativity within the limitations, is kind of what we did with the first EP. So I don't know, for me personally, this second EP feels like our project more like fully actualized now. Yeah.
Going back to the not wanting to have cis men in your band, I'm sure that as you've talked about that, it's been met with just only positive feedback. I'm sure that no one's ever had an issue there.
Ronnie was one of the OGs on like TikTok that came in and went, wow.
Like, let's just talk. You guys want to explain what happened specifically?
Okay.
Our internet drama.
Internet drama. So I posted a TikTok. It was very silly. I did it like 2 seconds.
On the Pinksqueeze page.
On the Pinksqueeze TikTok. Yeah. Of like how we don't have straight cis men in the band, but sometimes they ask us to join our band. And I had somebody ask today to join the band. It happens. It happens.
It
people.
happens. A sweet, sweet boy, but you know, that's just
Yeah,
not
and
the-
we kindly say, oh, thanks for being interested. Yeah, puts it down. We don't let it, stream it in the van because it's our intention here. We're telling like our, perspectives, and it's really important for our members to share that, for it to be authentic. But yeah, it like landed on like straight white man TikTok, and they all were mad about it, calling us heterophobic.
industry plant.
No.
Not the tramp stamps label, not the tramp stamps.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's us.
There was a death threat too.
There was a death threat. There
yeah.
was we're reverse racist. We are sexism is a two-way street, BS like that. So yeah, and then I posted a silly TikTok to follow up on it, and then it got reported for bullying. Yeah, we're doing the bullying here. So anyways, that was the TikTok drama last week, but it really boosted our engagement.
Just know harassment of anybody for shit like that is not tolerated here at Cuddlepunk. And if I see any shit like that in the comments, there's going to be an issue.
Wow, thank you.
Thank
Of course.
you.
That's Mom Rock right there.
So I was talking with, we had Cut Your Losses over here on Saturday, like over here to the apartment. And we were talking with them just about like how everything's been going. And we were talking about, we asked them about like their community of bands, like including you guys, because I was listening to the interview that you guys did with AUX, and you guys are talking about this community of bands that you've built up with like Modern Nun and Calico Loco and Heat Death and Okay Cool. And I was just wondering, how have you been able to keep those friendships and those relationships with those bands going in a time where you can't play shows?
Yeah, so we made all those connections after the pandemic, really, because it was in July 2021 that we had like our first big show back with the full band for the first time. Yeah, that was like our big kind of comeback show with kind of the new lineup and everything, and so we've made all those connections since then, really. So it's all been
the last 6 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we also like before Omicron hit, for a little while, we would like hear of some local band shows, or we would go see a band that we're gonna play with eventually, and then talk to them, introduce ourselves, and then talk to the other bands too. And then it's just kind of grown and grown and grown.
Yeah.
But we were going to a lot of shows there for a little bit.
Yeah. So not really answer your question, I guess, in regards to the show, but like we go to like our homie shows. We go check out new band shows. We go support the local scene because we love it so much, like genuinely,
We share their shit, they share ours.
Social media is helpful for maintaining. Like Ava's really good at being active on the socials.
Thanks. Too active that I would get bully on TikTok.
But no, that's really awesome. That's basically how I've been able to keep this going too, because my girlfriend, she was working on music with Soak's drummer, and we went to their show at Sub T with Cut Your Losses and Disaster Kid. And I ended up interviewing Soak because my girlfriend was working with their drummer, but then I got to talk to Cut Your Losses, and I've got stuff coming up with like Nora Marks, and I'm trying to get some other bands in there. And it really is just about going to the show and asking.
Yeah. I was at that show with Soak and Disaster Kid.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. That was and Snooze. Killer
Snooze, yeah.
lineup. Such a good lineup.
Really great lineup there. This is just more of a fun question than anything. So this is for Logan. So every other member of the band's name starts with an A. Why have you decided to be difficult, and what name will you be changing to with an A involved?
Seriously, that is always such a problem. Like, I know who everyone is as their separate people, but like I will just be like, what? Hey, Ava, I mean Anna, I mean fuck, damn it. And yeah, for a little while there, when we had Esther in the band, I was the only one who wasn't vegan. I was the only one who also wasn't a jaundice baby.
I did see like what is the deal with the jaundice baby thing? I think I saw that on Instagram.
Everybody in the band they had jaundice when they were
What the
there.
hell?
And that was one of the questions they asked me when I joined the band. Like, did you have jaundice? And I was like, no, I don't think so.
Were you a jaundice baby?
I was like, jaundice baby. Yeah. But I feel like if I were to change my name to an A name, it'd have to be like so badass. Like Axel.
Axel is what I was thinking too. That's amazing.
Oh God.
Okay, Logan, we've officially changed your name to Axel.
Axel. What is it, like Axel Frog? That's like
Crazy frog.
Axel F. Crazy Frog.
Yeah,
oh God.
Good art culture right there.
This is so weird, but kind of speaking of like Axel F and Crazy Frog, I guess. Your vibe is so early 2000s, like mid 2005 Avril Lavigne type stuff. Was that intentional, but also like what about that time is so interesting to you, and why have you chosen to incorporate that into the aesthetic of the band?
I think it's like this nostalgia that also kind of plays into the mom rock thing, you know. Yeah, I think we love like the nostalgia and, you know, the bright colors, like the fun. It's just a fun like era, you know.
Well, that's when like a lot of us were like middle school, high school, you know, like we were. That's just like our time that we were just being scene kids or, you know, whatever back in the day.
Yeah, my inner child is like delighted to be able to like express myself in a way that I really idealized at that time. So
it's really it's interesting seeing everybody like be into this kind of stuff now, because I was looking at when we were young lineup came out, I was like, I don't remember these many people being into these bands when I was getting bullied for it.
Yes.
I literally saw Black Veil Brides for the first time last year, and Andy said to the crowd that they know that wearing a shirt or admitting to being a fan of Black Veil Brides at your job or at your school comes with a certain amount of bullshit, and we appreciate you for it. And honestly, I've never felt more seen.
Yeah.
Never felt more seen.
Perfection. Excellent. Right on the money there. Pinksqueeze, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. This has been so much fun. What do you guys have to plug?
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram.com, Pinksqueeze_music. Yep. Check out the new EP. We have a ton of shows coming up. You can find all our show info on our Instagram. Thank you so much, Ronnie, Cuddlepunk. Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys so much.